I think Aaron Ramsey will also be a starter alongside Miralem Pjanic in that midfield three. If Ramsey can stay healthy, we know the quality he has. And in the defense, you can make the case this is the best defense in Europe, certainly the one with the most depth. They also went out and got Romero and Demiral, two very good young defenders from last season in Serie A. So, I mean, they have talent in every single department. You could make the case, though, maybe one more world-class midfielder is that final piece they need. I think if you compare them to Barcelona or Manchester City, that's the area where they lack.
And I think many would concur with Matteo. Jules, are they finished in the market with De Ligt, or can they get that attacking midfielder that maybe he was mentioning?
No, I think they'll probably get a striker before the midfielder. I think Mauro Icardi, we know how much talk they've been through the summer between Icardi and Fabio Paratici, the sporting director there, and Vandanara as well, Icardi's wife and agent. I think Chiesa is also a possibility because they also want to strengthen, their attacking options, if you want. But I agree, in midfield, you still need someone a bit more powerful than what they have already, someone a bit stronger physically, maybe even more box-to-box profile than Rabiot, what Rabiot can offer, or even what Emre Can can offer, or Bentancur can offer. But they still have a lot of players in that midfield for Sarri to choose from.
Does Icardi make sense to you?
I don't think he does. I don't think he's a Sarri-type player. Icardi isn't someone that will come back to the midfield like Sarri wants from his strikers. He's not a striker who's entirely comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's not a good passer. He's someone who is a traditional poacher, stays inside the box. I don't think he works quite well. It's not a natural fit for the kind of striker Sarri wants.
Is Sarri a natural fit for Juventus?
That's another thing. I don't know. We're going to have to see with the demeanor. There were plenty of reports that at Chelsea, the board, the people behind the scenes were starting to get really sick of him. Hazard, maybe not the best relationship with him. So I'm very curious to see how Cristiano Ronaldo takes to him. What Sarri has done is very unconventional, very unorthodox. And this either will go amazing, where they win the Scudetto in November, or it's going to go all pear-shaped and you might not last the season.
And there is pressure, as we mentioned, boys, not only on Sarri, but Juventus as a whole, considering how flat, how old, how little they offered in the Champions League in those games against Ajax. It's a big gap you feel they've got to jump.
Yeah, it is. Listen, I've said time and time again, certainly over the last 4 years, I think Juventus have been able to find the most value for money in the transfer market, and they continue to do so. But last summer, they took a step beyond what we've become used to in the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. And that was with one intention and one intention only, to win the Champions League. They won Serie A comfortably, but not in the kind of style that they'd done previously or you'd expect. And then it came apart in the Champions League. And as much as he signed a 3-year deal and it's a 3-year project, 2 more to go, they have to deliver sooner rather than later.
There's one thing puzzling me. If they sign Icardi, where does Ronaldo play? Because Icardi has to be right up front. But right now in his career, that's where Ronaldo has to play. And that's not how Sarri plays the game. So how is this going to work? The other thing I would say as well, yes, Juventus have bought good players, but Juventus have been buying good players like Ramsey and like Rabiot, not superstars. Ronaldo's an exception. And in all those years, they've still not quite made the difference when it's come to the Champions League. They've done enough to win Serie A, but not the Champions League.
They'll be once again favourites, weren't they, to win Serie A once again.
For more, sign up now for ESPN+.